This is a WMBD Sports Special. Bradley Braves, the road to the NCAA tournament.
The Bradley Braves are Missouri Valley Conference tournament champions for the first time since 1988.
And that means the Braves are headed to the Big Dance, the 68-team NCAA tournament, which begins Tuesday and ends with a national championship game, April 8th.
It's been 13 years since BU played in the NCAA tournament. The Braves are headed to one of the biggest sporting events in the country next week. They have their invitation. It's time to get you ready for the Big Dance. Welcome to Bradley Braves Road to the NCAA Tournament. I'm Kurt Pegler.
And I'm Matt McClain. We're getting you ready for Sunday's NCAA Tournament announcement. Bradley will soon find out its first round opponent and the location of its first game.
Bradley is headed to the NCAA Tournament for the first time since that magical run to the Sweet 16 back in 2006. In mid-January, there was no talk of Bradley playing in this tournament. The Braves started the Missouri Valley season 0-5, but then won 9 of the final 13 games in the league.
The Braves beat Missouri State, then Loyola in the Valley Tournament to earn a berth in the conference championship game on Sunday. Their opponent in the title game, Northern Iowa.
Let's take you there. The Braves had never won the tournament outside of Peoria. They're in St. Louis for this. A rough start for Bradley. Panthers freshman A.J. Green with a three-pointer to open the game, and then Northern Iowa out to a 14-2 lead. Wyatt Lohaus with the jumper here. It's all Panthers. The Braves get some offense going, though. It's Luke Von Bray. Nice post move. Turnaround jumper is in. And then Elijah Childs works his way close to the hoop. He's going to kiss this one off the glass for two. However, Bradley was down 27-15 at halftime. A much different Bradley team comes out for the second half. Lukeman Lundy steps up for the Braves. Corner three-pointer is good. Lundy scored 11 points in a span of 4.5 minutes. This layup brings Bradley within 4. He was instrumental in the comeback, and now the Braves are cooking. Metamore's Nate Cannell, his corner, three is good. And a great drive here by Dwayne Laurier-Gunlayer, the senior from London, dishes to Childs for the easy bucket. Then how about Darryl Brown with a big shot? He's going to use the screen, launch the three. Bradley is suddenly within 2. They were down by 18. Now there's 5 minutes left. They take the lead for good moments later. Childs out to D'Lo. That three is in. The Braves are in front for the first time in the championship. Big moment here. Northern Iowa docked with a personal foul and a technical foul. So D'Lo steps up and makes 4 straight free throws for the Braves. And when Childs is going to make this move and score on the baseline, Bradley has a 55-50 lead with under 2 minutes to play. But Northern Iowa gets within 3 and has this look at the end to tie it at the horn, but his shot is no good, and the Braves storm the floor as winners of their first Missouri Valley title since 1988. Matt McClain with our post-game story.
The Missouri Valley Conference Tournament Championship game is a perfect illustration of what this season has been like for Bradley, a team that started 0-5 in conference play, trailed by 18 points in the second half, and just never gave up.
You couldn't write it any better. I mean, yeah, it was a season, the ups and downs, the having to stick together, to persevere, to not give up. It's a storybook ending.
I don't think there's any deficit we can't come back from because of the character we have. We stayed together. It was a player-led team today, not a coach-led team. Those players held each other accountable, challenged each other, and they rose up for each other.
The slogan for Bradley this year is the arrival, and when the final horn rang, the Braves stormed the court as they clinched their arrival to the postseason and realized their dreams became a reality.
Awesome for these guys. I mean, just all the hard work, it's just paid off. And I mean, it's just awesome for the community and just everybody. I mean, Bradley's just waiting so long for something like this.
You see it on TV all the time. I mean, it was amazing to be a part of it for once. That's a once-in-a-lifetime feeling. Yeah, I look forward to having that feeling again.
So with the victory today, Bradley heads to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2006. The Braves can't wait to see who they're going to play in the first round of the Big Dance.
Obviously, you're going to just enjoy this tonight, and you know, it's going to be exciting being in Selection Sunday, see where we go. And NCAA tournaments, it's very fun to be a part of, and we just want to make a run and see what we can do there.
Bradley receiving a hero's welcome after the Sunday win. A couple of hundred fans greet them on campus at the Renaissance Coliseum. The Braves returning home from St. Louis with that Valley title trophy. An awesome scene for the players and those fans.
This is what they play for. This is what every fan wishes for. All the schools outside the Power 5 conferences. I mean, this is your one chance to get to the tournament is to win your conference tournament. This is what they play for the whole year. I can't believe how excited they must be.
I'm sure they're on cloud nine, just like we are. And I mean, to not only win today, but you got to do it 3 days in a row. It's truly incredible the effort they did. And I mean, they just continued to fight, and they did it.
So the Braves have that MVC title trophy on campus. Sunday afternoon, they'll have it on display when the NCAA tournament field is announced. You can join them and the team for a free watch party to view the NCAA tournament at Renaissance Coliseum. Doors open at 4. The pairing show begins at 5.
It's been quite a 4-year turnaround for the Braves. The seniors won 5 games as freshmen, and now they're headed to the NCAA tournament. That story is straight ahead as Bradley Braves' road to the NCAA continues.
Congratulations to the Bradley Braves on their MVC championship win and trip to the NCAA tournament. From your supporters at CityLink, the better way to connect. Congratulations to the Bradley Braves on their MVC championship win and trip to the NCAA tournament. Seth Q is proud to support Bradley Athletics.
You're watching Bradley Braves, the road to the NCAA tournament.
Welcome back to Bradley Braves' road to the NCAA tournament. 4 years ago, Bradley won 5 games, but now have posted back-to-back 20-win seasons and is heading to the NCAAs. Senior guard Lukman Lundy's season mirrors Bradley's journey the past few years, and the Braves might not be talking about the NCAA tournament if it weren't for his clutch effort last weekend. Lukman Lundy began his senior season for the Bradley Braves as a reserve coming off of the bench. Halfway through the season, he earned a starting role and has shined as a leader on and off the court. But it's what he did in Sunday's MVC tournament championship game that has everyone talking.
It's just what I was here for. You know, I came here to be a leader. You know, whether I was playing or not, my role was to be a leader, and I just wanted to continue to do that. You know, ups and downs, just be who I am, do what I do.
Lukman Lundy scored 9 points in a row for the Braves, spurring an 11-3 run, getting Bradley back into the game. It was that senior leadership from Lundy that provided the spark for the Braves.
His energy, his positive leadership, his talk carried us and then made big play after big play, and then everyone else picked up where he might have gotten fatigued a little bit.
Lundy is a part of Brian Wardle's first senior class at Bradley, and they have made a big impact. The Braves have now won 20 games for a second straight year, and Lundy is proud to be a part of the turnaround at BU.
My class is the first class Coach Wardle recruited. You know, their first year they won 5 games, and to be where we are now is just is an extreme blessing, and I'm just thankful that I was a part of it.
And now the Braves are heading to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 13 years. Lundy can't wait to see who they are playing as he prepares to go to war with his teammates, the guys he calls his family.
They're my brothers, man. I love them to death, and you know, we all have confidence in each other. We know what we can do, and you know, we just know what we're capable of.
Now, one of the first players that Brian Wardle recruited As head coach of the Bradley Braves is the guy who hears his name mispronounced all over the Missouri Valley, all over the Midwest, heck, all over the world. He came to Peoria from London and says this long journey has been worth it. He's been a steady influence at Bradley for 4 years. And for 4 years, people have mispronounced Dwayne Lodier Ogunleye's name, preferring to call him D'Lo.
I had the nickname D'Lo back home because people couldn't really pronounce my name either, and it really stuck to me, and it seems like Americans really loved it too. Yeah, everyone loves calling me D'Lo. It's a fun name.
D'Lo has been a popular Brave since the minute he stepped on campus. Bradley recruited the London native based on game films. Brian Wardle brought him to Peoria for a visit, worked him out, and then offered him a scholarship.
Watched a lot of film on them. We knew some of their coaches, talked to them, had a lot of conversations with as many people as we can. You know, D'Lo was a competitive, fiery, intense guy. We could tell that.
I didn't know what really I was getting into. It was just, I'm going over to Bradley University and I'm really going to be here.
His first year at Bradley, he won only 5 games. Now he's a Missouri Valley Conference champion and will play on college basketball's biggest stage, the NCAA tournament. Coming to Bradley and playing college hoops has turned out better than he ever imagined.
I always wanted to play college basketball, and knowing that when I'm old and have kids, I can tell them I lived my dream when I was able to play Division I basketball and play in all these amazing arenas and just part of all these traditions against good teams, and it was fun.
Bradley's run to the NCAA tournament actually started last summer. The Braves were able to have organized team practices in July because they were headed to Europe to play exhibition games in England and the Netherlands. Now that gave D'Lo a chance to play in his home country.
And it gave another senior, Luke Von Bray, the opportunity to play in his old stomping grounds. Von Bray's journey to the NCAA tournament started in Europe. He can't believe it's been 4 years. Luke Von Bray says his time at Bradley has flown by.
There's certain memories and you're just thinking like, wow, like that seemed like it was yesterday. So it's, I mean, I guess this is how life goes. You know, it's been 4 years, so it feels like 4 years, but it's been 4 good years, and yeah, it's gone by fast.
Von Bray came to Peoria from the Netherlands and joined a Bradley squad that had players from all over the world. 4 years ago, he was part of Brian Wardle's first team, a team that was at the bottom of the league and being rebuilt.
In that first class, you wanted to recruit guys you could lose with, and that was meaning high-character guys that weren't going to bail on you and quit, and they were going to keep giving you the effort and the consistency and a good attitude every day.
I think that just helped me grow up, and I feel like it just like I learned so much from that I feel like I'm not a different person, but I've grown. I feel like there's been a lot of growth there.
Now he's about to close out his Bradley career, get a degree, and pursue a professional basketball career in Europe. And Von Bray says his 4 years in Peoria can be summed up by his relationships with his teammates, his coaches, and the Bradley basketball community.
A bunch of guys from different backgrounds and different cultures, but that's been really fun, getting to know everybody and bonding with all my teammates that I've had here, and that's probably in life, that's one of the most memorable things, just the relationships we build with people that you probably wouldn't have engaged with if it wasn't for basketball.
And coming up next, the coach who built this Missouri Valley champ. We'll chat with Brian Wardle when Bradley basketball road to the NCAA tournament continues.
Congratulations to the Bradley Braves on their MVC championship win and trip to the NCAA tournament. From your supporters at Carter Paper and Packaging.
You're watching Bradley Braves, the road to the NCAA tournament.
Welcome back to Bradley Braves road to the NCAA tournament. The man in charge of the Bradley Braves resurgence had a vision of cutting down nets. Fourth-year head coach Brian Wardle laid out a plan, put it into action, and got the Braves back to the big dance. What was the blueprint to get this team to the NCAA tournament? Just kind of what has gotten this team to where they are right now?
Well, just hard work, unselfishness, staying together, staying positive, and just sticking to believing in each other and believing in the system, believing in each other. I think that's key, and it's been key for us throughout the year. Even when all the negativity came and everyone doubted us and didn't think we were good enough, we stayed together and we kept working, and we showed everyone what we were made of. And that's a true test of character, and I'm very proud of our guys for that.
Because when you first got to Bradley, you had a vision, didn't you, that you thought this team could cut down the nets in St. Louis and be Missouri Valley Conference tournament champions. What was that moment like for you?
Well, you got to believe with certainty. I think belief isn't good enough, and I've just seen it. That's why I wanted to be at Bradley. I believe we could build something to last. We can build a program that can be consistent, and you had that where you come through Peoria, you have to win there if you're going to even have a chance to contend. And I think we've done that, and then winning that conference championship, it's first time in 30-some years, third time going to the tournament in 31 years. Just very proud of what this group of guys did, because not a lot of teams can do what they did.
When you take this day by day, as you look towards the NCAA tournament, obviously you can't, look at a team that you're going to be scouting against, but how do you approach this week and keeping these guys prepared?
Oh, just work. Just get back to business. Nothing changes. I think they noticed that yesterday in practice. I'm the same coach that's going to be demanding in certain areas every day and hold them accountable for how we need to play. And we're just trying to tighten some things up these next few days, and then hopefully next week we can implement our game plan.
And I know you say you're not superstitious, but the red shoes, I know everybody likes to talk about that right now, how you're going to keep rocking those. You're undefeated this year with the red shoes. Kind of what can you say about those?
I'm a little superstitious, but I'm not, there's those extremes. I'm not extreme, but my staff is. And they definitely wanted the red shoes for the tournament. It worked out for us, so we'll definitely be busting them out, even though they're wearing down pretty good right now.
And just the guys, how excited are they right now to be preparing for this, something that they all dreamed of, I'm sure, the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, they're humble and hungry. I mean, we have a humble group, and we got to stay that way. We have a chip on our shoulder group, a blue-collar mentality, and we're going to keep that.
Well, it's not just the basketball program excited about the NCAA tournament. As our Matt Sheehan reports, there are benefits for the entire university when your team goes to the big dance.
Because of the enthusiasm and the excitement that it generates, you probably pick up some additional gifts and donations to the university and certainly the athletic program.
Robert says the further the Braves go, the more money Bradley's athletic department receives. That also benefits every Missouri Valley Conference team, including the ISU Redbirds.
Every game that a team appears in the NCAA tournament, there's about $270,000, I want to say, that goes to the conference. And then the conference divides it up pretty much equally. So whether it's Loyola or Southern Illinois or Bradley, the benefit is the same to every school in the conference.
The Braves athletic director Chris Reynolds was chosen to serve on the committee selecting the NCAA tournament field. He says the team has been successful by playing selflessly.
There are no egos on the team, and they all compete to win. And when winning and competing well and competing at a high level is the focus, and not individual stats and that sort of thing, then it gives you a great chance to be successful.
And the beauty of sports is that when teams are successful, the entire university benefits.
Athletics is a great window into the university, and so success in athletics gives you opportunities to tell the world about the university in a way that you don't otherwise normally get.
As you just saw in Matt Sheehan's story, this is also an interesting weekend for athletic director Chris Reynolds. He's certainly excited for Bradley, but he won't be with the team when it finds out its tournament selection. He is a new member of the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee and is excited to have the chance to represent the Braves during the seeding process.
It's incredibly special. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here, for the opportunity to represent Bradley and Bradley athletics in this way. Anytime you get an opportunity to compete on this stage is really exciting.
Still to come, the local guys who helped the Braves reach the big dance. We'll chat with Nate Cannell and Pete Hanley when Bradley basketball road to the NCAA tournament continues.
Congratulations to the Bradley Braves on their MVC championship win. OSF Orthopedics, proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Bradley Athletics.
You're watching Bradley Braves, the road to the NCAA tournament.
Welcome back to Bradley Braves Road to the NCAA tournament. There are 2 players on this roster who knew a lot about Bradley basketball before they even put a jersey on.
That's because Bradley basketball was a part of the lives of Nate Cannell and Pete Hanley before they ever enrolled as students. These 2 guys know a lot about Bradley basketball. It's been in their blood really since they were young. Let's start with Nate Cannell from Metamora. Nate, your first memory of Bradley basketball is what?
I think one of my favorite memories would just have to be the half-court shot. I remember there was a half-court shot made at Bradley. I forget what his name was. Chris Roberts, yes. I mean, everybody just went nuts. I mean, that was one of my favorite memories of just people just going crazy and fans, and I just remember being there. It was so much fun.
But you grew up going to games. I mean, on the weekends going to Bradley at the Civic Center. That was part of the Cannell weekend, right?
Yeah, my dad always took us there. I mean, me and my brothers, I mean, we just loved watching Bradley basketball. My dad's an alum from Bradley, so we were all about it.
And then when you were playing high school basketball and Brian Wardle's in the stands watching you and there's a chance that you might play at Bradley, what was that like?
It was really cool. I mean, I probably didn't become interested in Bradley until Coach Wardle got here. So, I mean, Coach Wardle really sold me out of this program and just the amount of success we could have here. I mean, and we just made it happen.
And your favorite player at Bradley growing up, do you know who that was?
I had a Daniel Ruffin jersey when I was a little kid. I always wore that jersey to all the games.
That's good. All right, that's Nate Cannell from Metamora. Pete Hanley played his high school basketball at Notre Dame. You, too, were a guy that regularly came to Bradley games growing up, right?
Yeah, very similar story to Nate. My dad went to Bradley, my mom went to Bradley, and we always loved coming to games.
What is your earliest memory of being at a game, or did you have a Bradley jersey as a young kid, or what?
I don't know about earliest, but favorite memory was the Sweet 16 team. I was 9 years old. I remember we went to a lot of games that year, and I remember we had a watch party at my house when they were playing in the tournament, and we were there when they came back from the airport. We went to that party, and it was just cool to see the team after that.
And I know when you were in high school, you had an opportunity to go and play at other schools, but you decided that you wanted to walk on and come to Bradley. Why so?
Yeah, it's just always been a special place for me. And when Coach Wardle came in, he had a lot of spots open late in the recruiting session, which was very beneficial to me. I was able to walk on and get some minutes right away.
And then this year, they surprised you and they gave you that scholarship. That was a huge moment in your life, wasn't it?
Right, that was great. Very special for me and my family. We really appreciated that, all the work that put in towards it, and it was great just to have the coaching staff and my teammates so happy for me.
Pete Hanley made reference to that 2006 Bradley team. Fans welcomed the Braves home from Detroit, where they had just beaten Kansas and Pittsburgh to advance to the Sweet 16. Peoria's Daniel Ruffin and Pekin's Jeremy Crouch were a part of that team. They say the similarities between the 06 team and this Bradley squad start with the coaches.
We believe in Coach Les, and I believe this team believes in Coach Wardle, and which they should. And they believe what they're telling him, what he's telling them, and they're starting to see results now. And now you're starting to get the fans behind you, and that's what it's all about. And now you just ride that momentum.
I think there's a lot of similarities, in the coaching staff too. They continue to make them work and hold them accountable. That's one of the things that I love about Coach Wardle. He always talks about accountability, and he really holds them to it. And the kids have bought in, and that's why they're having success.
The Braves would certainly be in line for another welcome home party if they advance to the Sweet 16 this year. And you can join the Braves Sunday afternoon as they watch the NCAA pairings announcement at Renaissance Coliseum. Doors open at 4. The brackets will be revealed at 5. There's no admission fee.
WMBD TV has live coverage of the NCAA Tournament Selection Show Sunday night. CBS begins its coverage at 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for the Bradley Braves Road to the NCAA Tournament. Let the games begin.